Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
And joining us now is Dwarkanath Srinivasan, the President of Airbus Commercial Operations here in India. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And congratulations. It's been more than 40 years now for Airbus here in India. And of course, Karnataka was where it all began.
Absolutely.
And since those starting days, India now, if you look at the aviation market, is supposed to be one of the fastest growing markets in the world. What's the potential that you see in this market for a company such as yours?
You're absolutely right. Our journey with India started in 1976, when we delivered our first A300 to the then Indian Airlines. In fact, India was the second country from Asia for having put faith on Airbus. And from then on, we grew with all the private airlines as well. If you look at India in terms of the aviation growth, the last 3 years, we have grown at a rate of 20% year on year. That's a tremendous growth.
What made you hone in on Karnataka those many years ago when nobody had really thought of Bangalore, let alone as an IT capital or even an aerospace capital?
So if you look at the really good government research and development establishments for aerospace and defense, many of them have headquarters in Bangalore, whether it is HAL, NAL, ISRO, GTRE, the Gas Turbine Research Establishment. All of them have roots here that really stimulated the aerospace research environment. And we also have great institutions like Indian Institute of Science who do a lot of research in aerospace as well.
So there was an ecosystem
There was
embedded.
the necessary ingredients to start the aerospace and defense work in India.
In fact, you made a statement which would make, I think, all our ministers across both center and state very happy. You said Make in India is the central plank of your strategy here.
Coming back, I think for Airbus, we are committed, and Make in India is at our heart of the strategy. And what we mean by that is that we are there to help develop aerospace and aviation ecosystem in the country. And that means we are focusing on engineering and information management. That's one area. We are looking at how do we support our customers in terms of aviation, pilot training, maintenance training, and also daily operations for our customers. The third pillar of our strategy is aerospace partnerships. That's where all the manufacturing and the different suppliers come in, what sort of partnership. And our fourth pillar is R&T and innovation. So yes, Make in India is at the heart of our strategy in India.
Right. So, take us through what the future looks like. As you said, you began here in Bangalore, and all your investments appear to be paying off, both in terms of the kind of growth you've seen in the aviation market and the manufacturing base that you've set up here. Do you see yourself at some point in the future actually expanding that even further, particularly on the manufacturing side, perhaps sometime in the future actually having an assembly line over here?
What I will do is I'll also talk about Airbus aspirations. On one side, we've been working with our partners, but about 10 to 11 years ago, what we did is that we came to India to look at what do we need to do, how we can actually have good partnership. That's when we saw that India produces a lot of engineers, and they're very good at maths and physics. They may not have aerospace experience, but that was not a problem for us because we said, let's set up our own captive center in Bangalore. And today we have about 600 people working in that center. But beyond that, we also have two dedicated centers, which two of our partners, one for the wings and the other one for the fuselage of the aircraft.
Right.
So about 1,000 people from those partners work for us. So overall, about 2,000 people in engineering work for Airbus. And outside of Europe, for the engineering services, India contributes the maximum.
Do you see this as being a viable alternative as far as employment is concerned and really spearheading the next wave of growth?
Absolutely. Now, if you look at it, as part of our engineering center here, we also have an innovation group which really looks into the future. Today, engineering and information management, they're coming together for the future of aerospace aircraft growth. So then what is a better place than Bangalore? It's an aerospace capital, it's an IT capital as well. And that way, I think for India, Bangalore is poised. But as you rightly said, it is very important that the government makes the right policies to really capitalize the existing position of
Right.
Bangalore to move forward.
Okay, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into the future, into what your company has been doing, and we really hope the two take off together to give wings to some of those viewpoints that you've shared with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Right, there you heard it from the chief of Airbus here, heading its commercial operations. Bangalore still remains a hot spot, and they've got big plans afoot. We'll be back with more insights on the show. Stay with us. You're watching Nava Karnataka, a state of continuous progress. Back to Nava Karnataka, a state of continuous progress, where we continue to focus on the issue of urban infrastructure as Bangalore continues with its daily struggle of coping and coming up with the solution. But plans are afoot on how to make the city more livable and a better place for all its citizens. Let's listen in to some of its key stakeholders.